KEYper Systems is our featured supplier guest today. We'll have them on in just a moment. And we'll have our CEO here at Strategic Source, Doug Austin, with some opening comments come on in just a moment. We'll have a few poll questions today and a live demo. So we're all set for a great webinar. So to kick things off now, here is Doug. Doug, it's all yours.
Well, welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us today. We're proud to have Greg with KEYper Systems come on and talk to us a little bit about the management of your keys in the dealership space. We started this program of almost 2 years ago now. We've done probably 40, 45 innovative supplier webinars. What we're trying to do is bring innovative, highly competitive suppliers to your view, your perspective on expense categories, audit recovery categories, and new revenue opportunities. We've had a number of suppliers and great attendance so far, and we hope that you find this beneficial today. You will have an opportunity, we'll talk about that at the end, to get a copy of the presentation, as well as we'll have a copy of the webinar today posted on our website for everybody to see in case you've registered and missed it. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Greg and take it away.
Great. Thank you, Doug. Just wanted to thank everyone here and wanted to say thank you again to Doug and Dave for having us. Again, my name is Greg Lavisper, and I'm the VP of Sales and Marketing for KEYper Systems. We are a key management company. So what I'll be kind of discussing today is kind of what we do and how that might help your dealership. We'll be kind of covering asset controls, managing keys and assets and dealer tags in your sales department, service department, recon department, looking at ways to reduce the cost of your rekeying, some lot efficiencies and integrations that we do with our system. And last but not least, we'll kind of cover a theft deterrence device that we just came out with a company called iDetour, and that is called Neo. As I go through this, there is a Q&A chat, so if you guys have any questions, please ask away. Let me go ahead and take over here. What I'll do is I'll start off real quick, just a quick introduction on who we are as a company. I'll be pretty quick on that, and then I'll kind of go into kind of what our systems are. I've got a system here in my office, so I will actually give you a live demo on it. But like I said, we're a company based out of Charlotte, North Carolina, actually Harrisburg. We've been doing systems since 1992. We do all of our manufacturing out of this office. We've got a team of about 11 engineers. We do all of our support. If any one of our customers has any issues, they will be calling our office here. We are a division of Assa Abloy. We were purchased by them just over 4 years ago. So we are a global company. We've got over 10,000 dealerships worldwide as customers. We've got close to probably 6,500 just in North America alone. We are a ISO 9001 certified company, and we are also a 14001 certified company too. So we're very, very proud of that. We got those designations a couple of years ago. In terms of our clientele, our primary sector is the automotive space. We do the key control for every AutoNation store in America, every Sonic, every Asbury, Ken Garff, Group 1, just to name a few. But we'll work with anyone from 10 cars to 10,000 cars. It really doesn't matter. First poll question we've got here, let's go ahead and throw that up there. How many keys does the average franchise dealership lose per month? And this is going to vary, so I'm curious to see what your answers are. And we'll go ahead and give you some time on this, and we'll kind of revert back to this here in a minute. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting question. So we've got a couple for 3, a couple for 5. Yeah. Okay. This looks good. Yep. And the answer is, believe it or not, it is 5. Yeah. So very nice. Very nice. Let's go and share the results here. So very good. Good. You guys know your business. All right. So what do we solve? Well, we're really committed to really coming out with solutions that are going to help your dealership control your assets and really track your keys, your dealer plates, and really anything else that we can put on our fobs. Not only that, we want to eliminate time wasted searching for keys. We know the worst thing that can happen is you've got a hot prospect on the lot and you go back to try and find the keys and you can't find them, and then you can't sell that car to that customer. Not only does that lose the sale, but it also kind of ruins your CSI score. So not only are we able to track the keys, provide a better CSI in terms of your customer experience, making it a little bit more seamless as the customer goes through that selling process, but it's also going to reduce the cost in your rekeying expenses. Let me go ahead and move on here. So how do we do that? And what solutions do we have? Our main solution is what we call our MX system. So what this is it's an electronic key system to track your keys and your dealer plates. Our systems are a cabinet-based system. So it's a 16 gauge steel cabinet, very strong and very durable. We have a Windows 10 Nook computer built into that cabinet door. It comes with a touch screen on there, a biometric reader, so we can access the system a couple of different ways. We can access it with our fingerprint. We can access it with a PIN number. We have a high-res camera on there, so we are taking a date stamp, timestamp photo of every transaction, and I can show you what that looks like here in a second. We can either put these on a stand, we can wall mount them depending on how your dealership is laid out. We can also now put what we call a hockey puck or night lock on there for after hours to provide extra security. We've been seeing rampant thefts going on over the last probably 24 months all over the world, actually the United States mainly, but all over the world, but that is true. So we've added some extra security with that. We are the only solution out there right now that we can either do an on-prem solution or we can do a cloud-hosted solution depending on how you want yours set up. So if you've got an enterprise dealership where you've got multiple stores and you want to network all these together, we can do it 2 different ways. We can do it with an on-prem solution or we can do it with our cloud-hosted solution. The cool thing with our cloud-hosted solution, it gives you access to our new mobile device, but it also gives you the ability to control and monitor your system remotely. So you do not have to be at the dealership to run the reports, to see which keys are out, to make changes to vehicles, or to add and edit assets and users. So if you've got a new employee coming in, or you've got a vendor coming in and you want to make a reservation for that specific person, you can do that remotely now through our cloud-hosted environment. And then we also do third-party applications and integrations. So we do integrations with CDK, vAuto, DealerTrack, just to name a few on that. So our offer is really to control the keys, not only just for your sales department. That is our bread and butter. That's where the majority of our customers use our systems, is in new and used sales. We can control the first set of keys. We have a function now where we can also control the second set of keys. And now we have the ability also to do dealer plates. So not every state out there has dealer plates, but those that do, they want to secure the dealer plate. And in some states, there are pretty heavy fines if you lose these dealer plates. So one of the big requests we've had over the years was to come up with a solution to actually control the dealer plate. So we can do that now a couple of different ways. Now, we also have been seeing our customers not only use our systems in the sales department, but more and more are starting to use them in the service department and also in recon or car wash or any other department within the dealership. So we can actually do a full sales cycle or a full inventory cycle of all of your assets and all of your keys. And with the functionality of our app now, we have a really, really easy way to add and edit customer vehicles as they come into the service department. So we can actually add that vehicle through our mobile app right there in front of the customer. We don't have to go back to the computer to add that asset into our system. We can do that through our app, and it takes a few seconds to do so. It's a real seamless and efficient way to add and secure assets in the service department. And then again, if you want to have the ability to have a real overview of where your keys are in one networked environment by using our systems in multiple departments, we can do that. So you have the ability to jump onto our dashboard or look in our app, pull up a stock number, and you'll know exactly where that key is, whether it's in the service box, whether it's in the new car cabinet, or it's in the recon cabinet, or it's checked out to Bob Smith, or it's checked out to Cameron Bauckham, whoever it is, you'll have the ability to do that. So benefits. What are the benefits to you to have a good key control solution? First thing, obviously, is accountability. You'll know who has that key, when they have that key, why they took that key. So we get all of that data. You'll be able to access that data through the dashboard or through your mobile device. Analytics. We have a ton of reports. Gosh, we've got a number of just stock reports, transaction reports. So if you want to see how many times a specific key was checked out for a demo, or how many times a specific key was checked out to a specific individual, we can do that. If you want to pull a report on a specific vehicle and the specific person, we can do that in a matter of seconds. So let's say I've got a rogue employee who I think has been doing some nefarious things with our inventory, and I want to pull a report every time that he accessed stock number 123. Boom, I can pull that report. Or I can pull a report, hey, show me cars that have been demoed the most in the last 30 days that haven't sold. Or on the flip side, show me cars that have been demoed the most but haven't sold in the last 30 days. We have those as standard reports. We have what we call Report Builder, to where we can actually generate a report around the data that we have. So really nice. Ease of use, our systems are extremely easy to use. And I'll walk you through that in a second. It takes a matter of seconds to do. Mobility with our mobile app, you're able to manage the system remotely. You can make changes to the system remotely. You can make reservations remotely. Very easy to do. It's going to definitely increase your efficiency within your dealership by always knowing where that key is. And then, of course, really the main thing is reducing the cost of your rekeying expenses. And then in addition to just having a better security around your dealership in terms of controlling your assets and your keys. Poll number 2, on average, how much does a dealership spend a year in rekeying keys? So is it 2,000, 5,000, 11,000, 10,000? And we all know that keys are going up left and right. I've been in this business now for 21 years selling key systems to car dealerships. So I've seen dealerships with the best processes in place to where they have hardly any expenses, and I've seen dealerships, and I'm not exaggerating here, spend over $30,000 a year on rekeying keys. And the correct answer here would be C, $11,000. We know keys run anywhere now from $40 to $1,000, depending on the brand and the type of key that they're using. The average key right now, when you take everything into account, is around $180 a key. So the expense is real. Awesome. Good job on that. Alrighty, so let's jump next here and let's go ahead and do the live demo. So I'm going to do this a few different times. I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras here. I've got a system here in my office. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a demo a couple different times. The first time I'm going to do it, I'm just going to keep the camera on myself and on my system itself. And then the second time I'm going to do it, I'm going to go ahead and highlight the touch screen so you can actually see what I'm touching. So I'm hoping that you guys can see this okay. So here is our large cabinet. And one thing that I didn't really talk about was the size of cabinets that's out there. So this is our large cabinet right here. I can hold 288 keys in this system here. I've got my Windows 10 computers actually built into the cabinet door. I've got my touch screen right here. I've got my biometric reader right here, so my fingerprint. And I've got my camera right here, so we are taking a date stamp, timestamp photo of every transaction. And again, I'm going to run through this demo a few different times. The second time I'm going to do it, I will highlight my touch screen so you can actually see the prompts as I go through this. Now, what's really nice with our systems is we can actually customize our user's profile. So if I only want my salespeople to have access to the cabinet Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. till 8 p.m., Saturday from 12 to 5, Sunday no access at all, I can do that. I can say, hey, I want my service team to have access 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Friday, no access at all on Saturday and Sunday. I want my salespeople to be able to check out 5 keys at a time, but I want to put a 2-hour limit on how long a key is out for. We can do that. We can customize it by the group. We can customize it by the individual. So very, very easy to use. Very nice customization on that. So to access the system, very, very simple. I'm just going to go ahead and log in. It's going to record, hey, that's Greg Lavisphere. It's going to take a snapshot of me. Now, I can either check out a key or check in a key. I'm going to go ahead and check out. Now, we can look for a key a number of different ways. I can search by stock number. I can search by a drop-down list, which will show me every key that I have access to. I can do a filter. If I wanted to say, hey, show me every Toyota Corolla that's black, or show me all the 2020 F-150s that are blue, I can do that. If I'm securing our spare keys with our system, we have a spare key function on there where I can just search for the spare key. We can also limit only managers to have access to the spare keys. Or if I wanted to check out a dealer plate, I can do that also. And what's really nice with this is we can actually search by lot location if we turn that feature on. So with my system here, I've got a front lot, I've got a back lot, I've got a service lot, and I've got an off-site lot. So if I wanted to pull all the keys on the front lot, I can do that. That is really beneficial, especially to people in Minnesota, in the Northeast, that where it snows a lot and they do snow removal. They want to be able to track or get all the keys at one time in one specific lot so they can move those cars very quickly so they can remove the snow. We can do that also. So I'm going to go ahead and just hit the drop-down list. That's going to show me every key that I have access to. Now I'm going to go ahead and check out stock number 3506, which is a 2022 BMW 535i. Now it's going to ask me, why are you getting that key? This is completely customizable. So is it for a sales demo? Is it to move? Is it for service? Is it for recon? Is it a vendor? Again, completely customizable. I'll say it's for a sales demo. I'll hit continue. Now I can check out another key if I wanted to because I have the permission to check out more than one key. That's the only key I want. I'll hit checkout. Cabinet door unlocks. The key that I just checked out flashes in red, very easy to see. I gave it a little turn and I'm good to go. So we've got that full audit trail of who it was, date and time, reason why, and we've got a photo of that transaction. If I'm using lot location, I can actually hit this button right here. It's going to tell me where that vehicle is parked. Okay, this one's parked in the front lot, so now I know where to go on that. To return the key, very, very simple. I'm going to go ahead and just log in, and then all I've got to do is hit one button to check that key in, which is check in, cabinet unlocks. Now, I can return this key to any open slot. It does not matter. We call that random return. And again, we've got an audit trail of who it was, date and time, and who it was that returned that key. Now, let's say I checked that key out and it was returned by Cameron Bauckham. We're going to record that, and we can actually get an alert if we wanted to on that. Now, remember, I've got lot location turned on. We're not using GPS or Bluetooth or anything like that. We're actually asking, okay, where did you park that vehicle? Again, completely customizable. So was it the back lot, front lot, off-site lot, or the service lot? I'll say I parked that on the service lot. So very easy to do. I'm going to go ahead and do another quick demo on that. I'm going to share my screen real quick. And let's see here so you can actually see the screen. So here we go. I hope you guys can see that. So I'm going to walk through a scenario. So let's say I'm a lot attendant and I need to move some of the cars that are parked on the front lot. I need to move those to the back lot. I can do that all in one transaction. So I'm going to go ahead and log in here. And then again, I'm going to hit check out, and I'll go a little bit slower this time. So again, I can look by name. What that means is stock number. I can do the drop-down list. I can do the filter. I want to do lot location. I'm going to hit lot. And I'm going to say, show me the cars parked on the front lot. I'll do that. So I know I want to grab 7269 and I want to grab 8731. So I'm going to click on that, and let's say it's to move. I'm going to hit use for all, and then I'm going to go ahead and click on that key. So I am going to check those two keys out. Cabinet door unlocks, those two keys light up, so I can grab those two keys in one transaction. Again, I've got those two keys. So now I'm going to run to the front lot. I'm going to move those to the off-site lot, and now I'm going to return the keys. Again, I can do this all in one transaction. Boom, I'm going to log in. I'll hit check in. Cabinet unlocks, and then I'm going to go ahead and return these keys. Again, I can return these to any open slot. It doesn't matter. 1, 2, and now it's going to ask me again, where did I park those vehicles? So I parked both of those, let's say, on the off-site lot. I'm going to hit off-site lot, and then I'm going to hit use for all. Boom, right there. So now they're both shown parked on the off-site lot. One other thing I wanted to show on the touch screen here is you can actually see which keys are checked out. So let's say I'm a manager, I'm closing shop, and I want to see if any keys are out. I can actually walk by the machine and hit right there on the bottom right, it says 9 assets out. If I hit that, it's going to tell me the keys that are checked out. It will tell me who checked that key out. It'll tell me the stock number, when they checked that key out, and why they checked that key out. So I can get that information right at the machine. I don't even have to run a report. So very, very simple to do. All right, that's it on the demo part of it. For the machine, though, I want to show one last thing before I leave this part. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras again. Give me 1 second. Now, one last thing I want to show you all on this is our dashboard, and I'm not going to go through this, but it's live time information. So this is my dashboard here in my office. It tells you which keys are checked in, which keys are checked out. If there are any overdue keys, remember we can put a time limit on how long a key is out for. So if a key is not returned within that time frame that you have set for that person, it will show up as overdue. Look, I've got 1 asset overdue. I can click on that right here, and it's going to show me which key it is. Okay, it's stock number 1975. Brian Smith took that key. I've got the description of that vehicle, when he checked it out. And if Brian goes, hey, Greg, that wasn't me, I didn't check that key out, we have a photo that is attached to that specific transaction. So very easy to see, and they really can't claim that they didn't check that key out. So we've got that right there. And I'm not going to go through the whole dashboard with you, but I just kind of wanted to show you what that looks like. And what's nice with this is anyone who is set up as an admin can get this information right at their desktop. Your lot porters or inventory managers, whoever is running the system or whoever is going to be in charge of, let's say, inputting the vehicle information, they can do that right at their desk, right there. They can do it without having to go to the machine to load the vehicle information. And what's nice with this is we can do it manually. It takes a few seconds to do, but we can also do an integration with CDK, with vAuto, with Techion, pretty much anyone out there where we're actually pulling that inventory from CDK or whoever you get your inventory feed from, and then it's going to populate it automatically into our system. So very nice. Okay, Doug, that's it on the demo side. If you want to switch back, let me stop sharing. I hope you guys all enjoyed that, and if you have any questions on that, please ask away in the chat box there. So some of the questions that I typically will get after the demo, and the first one is I kind of already answered, is do you guys integrate with anyone? The answer is yes, we do. So the big ones that we integrate with is Techion, vAuto, DealerTrack, AutoSoft, PBS. We also have integrations with TrueSpot and MDD. Both those two companies are what you call vehicle location companies. So they actually do GPS tracking of the vehicle and Bluetooth tracking of the key. So if you want to actually track physically where that key is, we have integrations with our system and their systems. So not only do you know who has that key, but you can actually physically track that key where it is within the lot. Other question is, okay, do you do on-site installations or do off-site installations or remote installations? We do both. We're I think the only company that will either offer a remote install, or if you want, we'll come on site and do an on-site installation where we train your team and we'll do the full on-site installation right there on your lot. If you want to save some money and you're okay with a remote installation, we can do that also. Do you guys offer financing? So with our systems, we sell the system to you. You own the system. You don't lease it. But we do have finance options through what we call Great America. It's a finance company that we partner with. So they do offer that. I would say the majority of our customers will buy directly and just pay on a net 30. What's nice with us is we do not require a down payment. We don't require any money up front. You place the order, we ship it out to you, and then we just bill you on a net 30. Do you guys have any monthly fees is a question we get quite a bit. We're one of the only companies, if not the only company, that will sell you a system without any fees if you want. Now, we do have some optional items that are yearly fees. Like if you want to do our hosted environment, that is a yearly fee, very inexpensive. It's $480 a year is all it is, and it's unlimited users. But we do not have any mandatory fees, and we're not going to lock you into, let's say, a 3, 4, or 5 year recurring payment that's going to automatically renew after 3 years or something like that. We don't do that. What is your lead time? Right now, our lead times are by far the fastest in the industry. I can get a system to you in about 10 business days, and we can get you up and running. If you want to do a remote install, we can get you up and running within probably a week. Right now, for an on-site installation and training, I can have you up and running in about 10 to 12 business days. So pretty quick on there. Yes. Any questions? I don't see any. Let's see here. In terms of our first offering, let's see here. Looks like we got one real quick. Do you still receive access to analytics and reporting without a subscription? Great question. Yes, you do. So you receive. You'll have access to our dashboard. That comes with the system. You own that system. You don't have to pay anything for that. With that, you can get access to all of your reporting. All of our reports can be automatically set up to run monthly, weekly, daily, bi-weekly, however you want. So if you want to get a report emailed to you every night at closing to see which keys are out, yes, you can do that. If you want to do a mobile reporting or remote reporting to where you can run the reports outside of the dealership, that would require to be on our hosted environment. And again, there's a $480 a year fee for that. So very inexpensive on that. So good question. Our second solution that I wanted to talk about, and I'll be real brief on this, and that is our, it's a deterrent system, theft deterrent system called the Neo. This is state-of-the-art. It's a one-of-a-kind solution that just came on the market. And what it is, it's an all-in-one system that composes of a high-res 4K camera. It's got a motion sensor. It's got 10,000 lumen lights. It's got red and blue strobe lights. It's got a two-way communication radio on there. And it is filled with a bunch of AI. This thing is amazing. So think about it as a camera system with a built-in security guard is really what this is. We've had great success with this. We launched this back in January at NADA. So it's basically a camera system with the theft deterrence built into it. It's got AI and artificial intelligence into it. So if a criminal comes on to your lot, they walk by, they hit the motion detection after hours, boom, it's going to set off a theft deterrent that is completely customizable. So it could be a siren, it could be a talk down, a customized talk down. And you can actually do this and customize it by the hour. So let's say you close your dealership at 9 p.m. and from 9 p.m. till 10 p.m. you do have customers coming on site. You don't want to scare them off. They come on site, it will set off the Neo, and you can have a warm welcome or a warm message saying, hey, thank you to Smith Chevrolet. Just so you know, you are being recorded. For your safety and ours, please come back after hours. And then from, let's say, from 11 p.m. till 5 a.m., you want shock and awe to where a person comes right on, boom, the lights are going to go off, sirens are going to go off. You can have a police chatter going through this. You can have a really nasty, mean talk down saying, hey, police have been dispatched, leave our premises now. What separates this from a standard camera system that may have some deterrence in it is not only is the AI built into it, but it's fully monitored. So those theft deterrents will work 98% of the time. They'll get that person and they will leave the premises once those deterrents hit. Now, what happens to the 2% that don't? That's where the monitoring comes in, the full monitoring, to where we'll have a live person go on the communication device and they're able to speak to whoever that perpetrator is. They can say, hey, you there in the blue shirt hiding behind the Camry, we see you. Police have been notified, leave immediately. They can be on the phone with the police department. They can actually have a communication with the police department detailing exactly who it is at the dealership that is breaking into the system or trying to steal a catalytic converter or break into a car or steal airbags or something like that. And again, this is an all-in-one system that does that. And it is completely controlled through your app, through your phone, through your mobile device, on the computer. You can monitor this 24/7 yourself. Again, these features are completely customizable. And which it separates it also from other systems, is each Neo or each camera is completely customizable to that specific camera. So let's say you've got after-hour delivery team that comes in at 3 a.m., right? They're scheduled every day. They come in at 3 a.m. You can actually kind of customize those cameras that will be in view of their line when they come in to do their delivery, that might be a little bit different than the cameras that are on the outside of the perimeter, or cameras that are not going to be in the view of where your delivery driver is. So really, really awesome system, and we've had nothing but success with this. And again, that is called our Neo camera system. Let me see if I can switch here. And again, that's what that is. Let me see what's next. And again, just some of our testimonials. Really, just let me finish up with this. Again, I've been in this industry for 21 years, selling nothing but key systems to car dealerships. So I know this industry inside and out. I've worked for KEYper Systems now for over 3 years, and I've worked for the competition. And it's night and day difference of how we treat our customers, and really what separates us from everyone out there is how we treat our customers. Now, we got AutoNation, Sonic, Asbury, Kingar, Group 1, not because our systems are so much better than everyone else's. That's not why we got that business. We got that business because of how we take care of our customers, how our customer support team treats, the customers that are calling in with issues, how we stand behind our product, and more importantly, how we have strategic relationships and partnerships with companies like Strategic Source and other companies out there. So that's about all I have on my time. I want to thank everyone for joining today. I want to thank Doug and Dave again for the invitation to speak to you all. And again, if you guys ever have any questions, ever want to talk to me or anyone within our organization, or if any one of you ever has a question in regards to key control, even if it's not a KEYper system, if it's one of our competitors and you've got a question on it and you want to get an honest opinion, shoot me an email, give me a call. I'll give you honest feedback, and I promise I won't try to sell you anything. So just treat me as a resource. So thank you all. And Doug, were there any other questions that may have been posed?
Yeah, Greg, let me pop in here. Everyone,
Sure.
go ahead and click on the Q&A button. That's for content-related things. The chat is for more technical concerns. So we are in a good spot there. So please type something in, and we'll answer as many as we can with remaining time. But Greg, here's one.
Yep.
Can you network multiple dealerships together?
Yes, great question. So we can do this both with our on-prem solution and our cloud-hosted solution. So we've got a number of dealerships that have, anywhere from 10 to 20 dealerships, and they want to network those all together so they can actually do enterprise reporting, and they want to be able to check out a key from Honda, and they want to be able to put it in the Nissan cabinet. So yes, we can certainly do that. We can do it with our hosted environment, and we can do it with our on-prem solution. So great question.
All right, here is another. Does this offer any inventory control?
Yeah, so with our mobile offering and our cloud-hosted solution, we have what we call KEYper Scan. And what KEYper Scan is a physical inventory tool that allows your team to actually do a physical inventory by scanning each vehicle. So with our systems, we'll provide you a label printer, and one of those labels will go on the vehicle. And with our KEYper Go mobile app, you're able to do a monthly or weekly or a bi-monthly actual physical audit of your inventory.
Again, feel free to use the Q&A button to type a question in for Greg with our remaining time. Here is another one. Can you get notifications through text or email?
Yes, you can. So Now, this also is available whether you have our on-prem solution or our hosted solution. So you can get both text messages and email notifications however you want. So we can set those up for many different things. So if you want to get a notification if a key has not been returned, or if you want to get a notification if a key has been out for too long, or if you want to get a notification that not all the keys were returned at closing. Those are all things that we can do. And again, we can do that through a push notification, we can do it through SMS, and we can do it through email.
All right, I don't see any further questions. So Doug, why don't I have you come on and conclude the time?
Well, thanks very much, Greg. We go back, Strategic Source goes back, we've been in the automotive space about 23 years now. And I have to say that KEYper has always been a real high quality supplier. And I know that there's a lot of folks out there that are looking for systems that are not only innovative, unique, offer a wealth of features, but are also cost competitive as well, because systems could be pretty expensive.
Yep.
We've known of KEYper, we know their senior management team, and we have a lot of confidence in these folks. We don't take any compensation from any supplier, so this is not a paid commercial, but I highly recommend these folks. And Greg, I thought you did an outstanding job today. This is the first time that we've ever done a webinar with a live demo. So we're cutting our teeth. I thought you did a great job, and I like the way the slides supported it. So well done. I learned a ton here. What an efficient way to demonstrate your equipment. So well done. So for everybody that's listening, we will have a copy of the webinar up on our website available tomorrow. If you're interested in a copy of this presentation, reach out to us, either Chris Austin or myself, at 612-386-3898, and we will get a copy out to you. But we really appreciate your attendance today, and look in your emails and LinkedIn for future webinars that we will be conducting on a various host of different topics. We would welcome your attendance and love to have you back. So thank you, Greg, and thanks to everybody that joined us today.
All
All right.
Thank you, Doug.
Yeah, thank you, Doug. Thank you, Greg. And before we all depart here, I want to bring up the post-session survey. We just love to get your feedback on two really short questions. And here it is on the screen right now. We get this feedback, it makes us better. So thanks everyone for your time today. And we look forward to you joining us on future webinars with Strategic Source. Have a great rest of the week, everyone.